Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Sports Talk. Welcome back, man. we are we're back from taking at least 10 days. I've been sick, so I didn't post for 10 days. So I'm back posting. Yeah, I want to shout out to every one of each and every one of you guys. I appreciate a lot for watching this video, for watching all my videos, man. To give me 1.7K subscription, I love it, man. Thank you for that. You know what I mean? After a year of almost a year doing this channel, created a channel, to have 1.6 subscribers, I appreciate it, man. Anyway, man, the NFL draft, of course, finished. We're gonna talk about the power ranking for each team. Even though I'm a Jets fan, I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it as that. We outside. It's hot outside, so you see I'm sweating. I'm wearing a white beater out there. Just I should be jumping in the pool, but hey, we out here just chilling. We're gonna talk about again the power ranking for each team. I'm not gonna be biased. Shout out to the Jets. The Son Reddick situation, man, was bad. Son Reddick told the Jets he was gonna play, but come on, man. You know. Anyway, man, we're gonna jump straight through it for power ranking. You know what I mean? If you're around, man, come around, man. Let's enjoy some beer, some Jack Daniel, and some cigar. I got some ribs on the grill right now. Anyway, man, yes. So of course, the draft is behind us. Team making, you have a lot of activities. Team making trades. You got a lot of moves, happening. So we're gonna start with Kansas City. Kansas City, of course, they are the champion. They are, any team in the NFL, you building your team. You build your team to take on the Chiefs. No matter what's going on, they could be whatever. But from looking at the Chiefs, of course, most improved for them is wide receiver. They added Marquise Brown in free agency, and they also got you Xavier Worthy to the draft. It's giving them a chance to have their first 1,000-yard receiver since Tyreek Hill. So for the Chiefs, you saw Tyreek Hill, who was their first 1,000-yard receivers and left via free agency to go to the Dolphins. Of course, to get the money, he could have, but it wasn't. You're already a champion. He thought him leaving the team. It looked like that from the middle of the season, and they still came back to be a champion. So for the Chiefs, they didn't have the wide receiver you saw. So added Marquise Brown and free agency. They went out in the draft. They get Xavier Worthy through the draft. Of course, to give him a chance since Tyreek Hill, and then you have they also added depth. Most teams don't have the depth, so they went out. They went and have Rashee Rice. So of course, getting Kadarius Toney. You know what I mean? So Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore, of course, they came from disappointing season, but having those guys to give you depth, so they're able to. Anytime you have Patrick Mahoney on your team as your quarterback, man, you don't have to worry much what's going on, and they're gonna be all right. Second, San Francisco, for most improved, their defensive end. You look at the in 2023, they traded for Randy Gregory, Chase Young to help Nick Bosa, to be able to complement Nick Bosa, and it didn't work too well. You know what I mean? So yes, Bosa, of course, to go out there, I'm gonna blame the head coach, not so much the defensive coordinator who you saw that he went in and fired, but the heat is on the head coach, because you look at the you sign Leonard Floyd. Uh, you got Gross Matos, all those guys. You able to get them there on defense, but the head coach constantly throwing an audible when it's time to you saw it even in in the playoffs. Shanahan was constantly undermining the defensive coordinator, changing the play calling, and so all the glory, he was getting the glory as a mastermind, but he didn't get the he didn't get the blame. So but he's on the hot seat right now. Shanahan, he's on the hot seat right now because their team, if they start 0-2, you're gonna start hearing some noise, and I'm looking forward for the Jets to punch him in the mouth, game one of the season. So we'll see what happens. But most improved for them is their defensive end. So they need that pass rusher because Bosa, I don't know what happened. Injury or not, I don't know. Racist as hell, but but that's not what it is. This is about sports. I'm gonna keep it there. But they most improved. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, Baltimore Ravens, number 3. I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens, most improved for them is the corner. Even though they lost a lot of beef on the offense. Most of the offensive line. The Jets got 2 of them. You know what I mean? So, but they went and They drafted Nick Wiggins. He was a top 20 prospect. You know what I mean? And then you went and get TJ Tampa. I think one of the best out there. And then you have Marlon Humphrey returning. You got Brendan Stevens returning. So the Ravens, you have your quarterback, man. As long as you have the type of quarterback you have, and so they're gonna be all right. Man, they're gonna be all right. Lamar Jackson's is no slouch. Yeah. So you always gonna give him a chance to win, but I think that their biggest concern last year was corner, and I think that through the draft, they changed that. So and also they had to fix the offensive line to make sure Lamar Jackson's not running for his life, and I think that they make some improvement. So but the biggest problem for them was corner. I think they fixed that. The Detroit Lions, of course, they they went out there and took it at quarterback. They didn't care what you think about him. They gave him $200+ million, which set it set the stage for the quarterback market, because people say, "Wow, wait a minute, if you're giving this guy $200+ million, what do you think I'm worth?" So, but the secondary is, Detroit was the biggest thing for them. You know what I mean? So they allowed 28 touchdown passing, last season, which was the 6th worst in the league. So of course they went and they drafted 2 DBs on the draft, Terrion Arnold and Ernest Rakeshaw Jr. So to go out there to do that, you know what I mean? So that was good. You got Carlton Davis the third, Mick Robinson, and then the GM, make sure that to fix that line, to fix the team, make sure they're okay. They made the playoffs. They made the playoffs. They made a lot of noise, and which was something that I was very surprised. But you gotta give them credit for what they did. So that's something that we gotta be. You know what I mean? So that's something that is good for the Detroit Lions. So I think that was the most improved team from coaching and watching Hard Knocks to see what they were able to do, and they were able to put that on paper. Not only what they did on film, a film study, but to go out there, to put that they won a lot of games. So that's a lot for them. Now we go to the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles. The biggest problem was the secondary. I think that adding Saquon Barkley as on the running games, Jalen Hurts is gonna be Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts was hurt. I think he was hurt last year. But you add Saquon Barkley, which you see a lot of giant players. They coming out Saquon Barkley saying that he shouldn't have signed with the Eagles. You guys are idiots. Giants weren't giving Saquon Barkley the money. They made a mistake. They gave Daniel Jones a huge contract, a max contract, thinking that Daniel Jones was the reason they were winning. Saquon Barkley should have gotten that money, but they didn't do that. They elected to not do that. So another team like the Eagles, who saw value in Saquon Barkley, say, hey, I'm going to give you a 3-year deal, and you saying he shouldn't have signed with the rivalry because of the rivalry? Come on, like the rivalry is only with the players. You think it's a rivalry? You think the Titch, you think you think they see Jeffrey Lurie and they not there? Come on, they hanging out, they having dinners together, man. Come on, cut it out. So all the rivalry, man, it's within yourself, man. But the Eagles, like I said, the Eagles sign as a secondary was the biggest problem, because if they had a strong DBs, anyone who could cover, they probably had 2 Super Bowl rings right now. The Eagles would have had 2 Super Bowl rings right now if they had DBs. So I think that you got C.J. Gardner-Johnson in free agency. You bolstered that safety spot, right? Quinion Mitchell and Cooper the Jeans to go out there to get those guys. You know what I mean? So that's something that you know what I mean. Like they finished 31st last year in passing touchdown allowed, which is like 35. Right, you know what I mean. So with Darius Slay, Jim Bradley, those guys are older guys, but they went in to get you got Quinion Mitchell and Cooper the Jeans, So and then Gardner Johnson in free agency. So they bolstered out that corner spot. So the secondary, their defense is the front sevens is one of the best in the league anyway. Right, so you have your offense now, where they're gonna be on the field a long time. With the offensive line, their defense gonna rest, right? Their defense gonna rest, so which means they could apply pressure as much as they can, and then knowing that you have a kid like Cooper DeJean who's a ball hawk, right? Who's a ball hawk. You got Quinion Mitchell, of course, is a tackling machine. And Gardner Johnson play well in that in that system, having a defensive coordinator who's gonna let him, hunt, what I mean. So that team gonna be great, man. So power ranking, of course the Eagles, you put the Eagles at number 5 in term of, what they did in free agency and what they also did in the draft. So and the type of team that they are. So you gotta look at that. So they're pretty good, on that. Number 6, the Houston Texan. Houston Texan, of course, having Stefon Diggs, who what they did for Stefon Diggs, trading him from the Buffalo Bills to Houston, to the Texan. The Texan organization, the GM, did an amazing job. Him and DeMeco Ryan, they sat down with Stefon Diggs. And he had 3 years left on his deal, and they void the deals. They told him, they void the entire deal to play. So he's playing on a 1-year deal right now. He's gonna ball out. They knew he didn't want to be there, right? He came in. He said they call him in and said, look, we know this is not what you want to be. So we're not gonna hold you, right? We're gonna clear the remainder of your years. So now you on a 1-year deal, 1-year prove-it deal. He's gonna ball out. You know what I mean? So that's something that that's super great. For them. You know what I mean? So they went in and got they already having an air attacker and C.J. Stroud, who's you saw what he did in his rookie year. Man, You know, man. Like I said, as a Jet fan, I'm not looking forward to playing them, but I know that in order to measure, you got to play the best, and you know they're one of the best. So you got Joe Mixon, and you know what I mean. You trade for running back Joe Mixon, who's you know what I mean. It's a 4-time Pro Bowl, Pro Bowl, whatever. You got well. He's a great running back, and you got a 4-time Pro Bowl, Stephon Diggs. You know what I mean? To that's you put in him. With CJ Strauss, who he's man, that's an air attacker, man. He's gonna both of those guys together. You know what I mean? So which is good. You know what I mean? Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz, all those guys you add on there. That's gonna be a big thing. So all they needed was they already had a great offensive line or great quarterback already, but pass catches was what they needed. D'Amico Ryan gonna take care of the defense, and you have no doubt about that, man. They're gonna play stout defense, man. So coming from the 49ers, he's man. So he left some of that playbook for the 49ers, but man, first year coach and first year quarterback to build that tandem, and then you go out there to have Stephon Diggs playing. He's gonna play on a 1-year deal, 1-year prove-it deal. Man, they're gonna be great. So that's why I put him on a number 6 power ranking. Number 7, of course, you're gonna go to Miami Dolphins. So they improved with the pass rush. Pass rush was and depth. So that was the biggest thing. You know what I mean? So you got Jalen Phillip and Bradley Chubb. You know what I mean? So Emmanuel Agba. Andrew Van Ginkel, whatever his name is. Shaquille Barrett, Chop Robinson, Muhammad Kamara. So to have those guys, to be out there, they're gonna wreak havoc. So now as a Jets fan, do I want to see them, do well? No, I don't. But you got to be realistic. This is a power ranking. You're talking about, what they've done, what they improve on, and you got to give credit. So Miami Dolphins, of course, as one of the teams that's improved. So that's why I put them on number 7. In terms of power ranking, not only what they did on the draft, but what they already have. They're a good team. Now they're playing Russian roulette with Tua. They're not trying to give him the money he wants. Not Tua looking at multiple teams. You look at the Jaguars paying their quarterback. He look at the Tua looking at Detroit Lions paying their quarterback, and he's better than both all these guys, and you're not trying to pay him. the guy won $60 million, and now the Dolphins not trying to give him the money. They're not trying to give him that kind of money because they want to wait because Tua's he's injury prone. Always getting those concussions, so they're trying to save themselves. But you could put those clauses on a contract. Give him an injury clause, give him the money, balloon it with incentive, and let him do his thing. But we'll see what happens. I think the Jaguars did the best, giving Trevor Lawrence the contract that they give him. You know what I mean? You give Trevor Lawrence that contract where you don't have to, you have him under contract for six years, and he's still, so Dolphins should be able to do the same, for him. Number 8, Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills fans should be happy, of course. The Bills, they letting go a lot of the guys. They bringing in, they putting a young atmosphere, around their quarterback. So which is something that, so they improve on youth. They improve on, to bringing in energy. They're getting young talent, young guys who can play. They're trading for people who can play. So power ranking, you have Josh Allen as your quarterback. Yes, they lost Stephon Diggs, they lost Jordan Poyer, Mitch Morse, all those guys. But at the end of the day, they got better in the draft to make sure they're good. They want the youth, they want the strength, and that's one of the problems down the line. Guys were running out of gas. So the younger guys was the one that keeping the lights on. So power ranking, number 8, they're pretty good. Cincinnati Bengals, most improved for them is the safeties, and that's one of the things that they didn't have. because they struggle. They struggle on defense. To keep the safeties together. You know what I mean? They added Geno Stones and brought Von Bell back. So you give them potential upgrades. You know what I mean? But I think that safety was the number one thing. For them, they're the team that's ready to go now to with their quarterback. They have a top receivers, top tight end, but quarterback, top 10 quarterbacks. So the only problem, of course, with safety. But I think that through the draft, they changed that. So now, we're gonna see when the lights come on how these guys fare. But so far on paper, they look, they're pretty good. And then keep an eye on Jordan Battles and then see what he does. That was number 9. Number 10, Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers some issues. Safety was a problem because Jordan Love, is a solid. He's a Hall of Famer already. Yeah, from what he's already done. You know what I mean? So they make a lot of stuff. You got Xavier McKinney, 4 years, $68 million contract, and then drafting 3 safeties. You know what I mean? Javon Bullard, second round. Evan Emmanuel, 4th round, and Keaton Oladipo in the 1st round. And then they moved on. Moved on from Darnell Savage, Jonathan Owen, and Rudy Ford. So I think that what they were missing was safeties, and they needed guys who can stay on the field. Not people who were getting hurt, so they went and got younger, of course. You know what I mean? So going into free agencies, and Green Bay don't really go out in free agency sign players like that. But this, they trying to win. They trying to surround Jordan Love, with people that can help him, both on offense and defense and special teams. So that's you put them. Green Bay was already a powerhouse already. So that system, that quarterback system, fit pretty well. So from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, they already building that farm to make sure that no matter who they give the key to, that person can drive, and they're already good on that. Number 11, Dallas Cowboys linebackers. You know what I mean? Linebackers. They signed Eric Kendrick. To help Mike Zimmer in that defense. You know what I mean? To help that defense, for him, because he's very familiar with Mike Zimmer. So that that defense. Of course, you got DeMarvin Overshown back, from knee injury. You know what I mean? They draft Morris for whatever his name is, 3rd round. And then you're moving them from guys like Marcus Bell. You know what I mean? You're moving them, back to safety. So you're able to do with that team as their quarterback. Can they get consistent play out of their quarterback, right? So their defense is already stout. So the Dallas Cowboys, of course, the offensive line, the Jets got one of them. I'm super excited about that. But I think that most improved linebackers was their biggest thing for them to be able to tackle, because you saw a lot of games with the Eagles, and these guys can tackle anybody. So we'll see what happens. Number 12, Cleveland Brown. I know my Jets fans saying, where are the Jets, man? Why ain't not talking about the Jets? We gotta be realistic. We gotta be realistic here. Yes, we did great on the draft. We did great in free agency, but injuries. Aaron Rodgers, of course, went. He did what he. But we'll talk about that. Let me finish with Cleveland Brown. The Cleveland Browns, I think they, the wide receivers, that's what they did. You know what I mean? So, for them to trade, you trade for Jerry Jeudy. You already have Amari Cooper. You got David Njoku. So to have these guys, and what I mean, you made them like Cleveland's already having the right, having the quarterback, they have having the right receivers, having so that team, the defense was pretty good. So you get Jerry Jeudy, of course. You already had David Njoku, you had Amari Cooper there. So it's now having these guys there, you're able to working with these guys together. That defense is gonna be crazy. Offense also gonna be crazy too. So I'm happy for them. It's gonna be great to see what they do. Jeudy himself averaged career high 6 yards after a catch last season. And what he was like ranked 9 in the league. You know what I mean? So that's something that you're gonna see. He's gonna get a lot of target with Amari Cooper facing double team. So that's gonna be great. And then you got David, a great tight end there. So that's gonna be good for them. Anyway, man, Jacksonville Jaguars number 13 in the power ranking. Jacksonville Jaguar, the defensive line was the biggest problem. Of course, they giving Trevor Lawrence a contract they give him, so they have him under contract for 6 years, 7 years. They don't have to worry about him until 2030 something, whatever. They don't have to worry about him. They're good, right? 2032, they don't have to worry about them. So all they're doing is building around him. Defensive line was So you sign Eric Armstead, you draft Mason Smith 2nd round, and Jordan Jefferson 4th round, which is a big upgrade for, for them. It's a big upgrade for them to make sure that they can those guys can they're a tackling machine, and they can also cover. So putting that team together, only thing they were missing was the defensive line. They sure fixed that defensive line, and now they can focus on building that offense more to get more weapons to Trevor Lawrence, who they just they just mortgaged the house. They just showed it. They put a future. They told Trevor Lawrence that we around you. We believe in you. So now this is the time for them to go and build and continue to build. So that's a good thing for Jacksonville fans. The Rams secondary was the Rams are similar to the Eagles. They have a great team. Only problem is corner. They can cover anybody. So you lose a guy like Aaron Donald. You lose a guy like that. Last year they were going to trade him. They were going to trade Aaron Donald to the Bills, but then he told them that I only got a year in me, so that trade didn't go through. That's the trade didn't go through. So he didn't really want to play like that. He wanted to spend more time with his family, to be present. It took a lot, man. It took a lot. But the Rams, they went out there to fix that secondary. So from free agency and draft, so which is good. Tre'Davious White, Darius Williams, safety Cameron Curl, and safety Cameron Kitchen. So of course that team got better. They got better. I'm over here sweating. We outside, man. So it's hot. So we enjoying the air. So it's pretty good, man. The Steelers, quarterback. So they improved with their quarterback play. They had the team. They had a complete team. Mike Tomlin make sure that team make the playoff every year. They never not have a winning team, a winning season. Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky got but you winning it. You got Justin Fields. You got Russell Wilson. So those guys are able to So now they're improving quarterback. Quarterback play was the thing that they didn't have. So they improve on that. So being in Pennsylvania, of course, you're gonna watch good football. So I'm excited for them, and that's what they were missing was quarterback. Number 16, the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, of course, I'd put them an edge over the Jets, not because they're a better team, but it's just that, of course, having, they went in. You got Caleb Williams. You got Caleb Williams, out there, and then of course, and you saw what happened in the draft. They have the run they have the wide receiver, top wide receiver, and quarterback. Man, they're gonna have great quarterback play, great plays. The team was already they went in free agency. They went shopping. They fixed our team. So the Chicago Bears, because of of course you elevate them a little bit. So I put them number 16 over the Jets because of what they were able to do. So since we talk about the Jets right now, as a Jets fan, I put them in power ranking number 17 in power ranking. Most improved for them, the offensive line. You know what I mean? Yes. You went out there. You got Tyron Smith from Dallas. You got John Simpson. You got Morgan Moses. You drafted Olu Fashunu. You know what I mean? Of course, you got AVT returning. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see all the stuff happening. You know what I mean? To have Aaron Rodgers, of course. Aaron Rodgers, when he was there throughout the year with the guys, right? He decided to go to Egypt, and go, just enjoy his journey, the ayahuasca, whatever journey that he went on. He went on. Let him enjoy himself. He went to enjoy himself. Now he's coming back fresh. He spent a lot of time with the team already. You know what I mean? So I put the Jets. Like I said, what we were missing was the offensive line, right? You know what I mean? So because the Jets were the only team. I watch all the games, and they were the only team last year to rank in the bottom. You know what I mean? And both pass blocking and run blocking, right? Pass blocking, they were 30th, and run blocking they were 29th. So pass blocking 30th, run blocking 29th, which is great, which is last bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? So now, but to go in, you switch up the offensive line. You got Elijah Vera Tucker coming back from Achilles, whatever, and then you went and get Tyron Smith. Can he stay healthy? That's the thing. We haven't had that. You got John Simpson, Morgan Moses. We had Morgan Moses here. We let him go, and I'm happy. He's back. You draft Olu Fashunu. You know what I mean? So having that, can you keep these guys together? Can you keep them on the field? Now, if the Jets, if those players can't stay on the field without being hurt, man, we're good. We're good. So what I mean? If it wasn't for that, I would have put the Jets, right after the 49ers, even above the 49ers. But you gotta be realistic. Number 18, you got the Colts. The most improved, of course, defensive line. You got quarterback Anthony Richardson, of course. So that's gonna be good. You know what I mean? You signing free defensive tackle with Quan Davis. You know what I mean? So you draft. It was a lot two, whatever. With the 15th pick. So of course the defensive line was the problem, but I think they fixed that. So I put them on number 18. Tampa Bay interior offensive lineman. I think they went and got center Graham Barton, to replace Jensen. You draft guard Elijah Klein. You know what I mean. You have Sue Upeta and Ben Bredesen, how you say his name, but you're able to fix that. So the interior offensive lineman was a big problem for them. You saw they make the playoffs. You give Baker all that money, you give him $100 million. You better make sure that you have protection for him, and to do that. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens with Tampa Bay. The Atlanta Falcons, quarterback, and of course having Kirk Cousins, but you still see they went out there to get Michael Penix Jr. So that's a big thing, for them. So quarterback was one of the problems, for them. Morris there as a head coach, he's gonna fix that. He's everywhere he's been from the Broncos, and so on. That he makes sure that he fixed those lines. So coming back to Atlanta, I think he's gonna fix that line. So the quarterback was the biggest problem, and I think that having Kirk Cousins there, he's a game manager, but even there, Michael Penix Jr. is also he's a very elusive player. So it's gonna be good for them. It's gonna be good for them. The Seahawks defensive line was the biggest problem for the defensive for them. They draft Texas defensive tackle Byron Murphy the second. That was the best defensive line in this draft. You know what I mean? You signed veteran nose tackle Jonathan Hankins. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be good. You put with Leonard Williams. So that's gonna be good. For them. So defensive line was a problem for them, and I think they improved. The Chargers offensive line, they cleared the house. Kenny Allen, Mike Williams, tight end Gerald Everett, Austin Eckler. So all those guys, I think that Jim Harbaugh know what he's doing to make sure that releasing all these players, trading all these players to save some money. He's gonna build from the draft. Are they gonna be good this year? No, but when they got him, this was a process. This was a process. I think they build it from there, and they're gonna be all right. But because of him, that's why because of Jim Harbaugh, that's why I put him on number 22 in power ranking. Minnesota, because I said offensive line was a problem. Minnesota Vikings quarterback, the most improved in the quarterbacks, of course. JJ McCarthy to get him, of course, and then you have Sam Darnold there. That will help. You lost Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold is not too much. You know what I mean? But Justin Jefferson was the biggest problem, biggest thing for them. They told Jefferson they were going to trade him, and when they didn't think that he was going to be happy to come to the Jets. He came here to get a physical with the Jets, and then they got scared and they called him back. So they're gonna be all right. So I think quarterback, you're not gonna see too much of a drop having Sam Darnold and JJ McCarthy than what you saw with Kirk Cousins. So they're gonna be all right. New Orleans Saints cornerback. Cornerback was the biggest problem for them. Man. So you're looking at it. If they would have traded Marshall Lattimore this summer, it would have been a big thing. But you got Kool-Aid McKinstry, you got Paulson, Adebo, Alante Taylor, all those guys. So that team got better. For them, cornerback was the problem. I think that they showed that up. They fixed that up. The Raiders defensive tackle was the biggest problem. You know what I mean? So they went in. They went and signed Christian Wilkins. He's a man. That's a monster, right? That's a monster. He bringing you 21 sacks for us from his career to Vegas. So you know what I mean. So that's a big thing for them. John Jenkins, Matthew Balter. Byron Young, Nesta Jade, Silvera, Max Crosby, all those guys, Adam Butler. So so I think that defensive tackle was the biggest problem, but I think that they fixed that. You saw having with the coach all the stuff. So I'm super happy for them, man. I want them to be successful. So I think they fixed that. The defensive tackle was the biggest problem. They fixed that. Tennessee Titans, biggest problem, of course, was corner. I think that through the draft, biggest mistake they made was firing the coach. They shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? But corner was, so we're gonna see, was it a coach or we'll see what happened. The Commanders linebackers, I think they, of course, they went in there to fix the linebackers group. You have a new coach. I don't think that I think it was more the system having the coach. The coach was more lucky to be with the Dallas Cowboys. So we'll see what happens. So they're 27 at 28. Of course, edge rusher for the New York Giants. I think that in the draft, they were able to change that to improve their edge rushers. Wide receivers, they're good on that. If you look at this channel, I talk about the quarterback. You already know where I stand with the quarterback. Daniel Jones is a mistake. He's not gonna see the field this year. So number 28, Arizona Cardinal defensive line was the biggest problem. Of course, I think that they're able to change that to get better. So I put him on number 29. New England Patriots quarterback. But you have Jacoby Brissett, who's a good quarterback, who's a good solid quarterback. He's a game manager. When you need him to take over the game, he can. You pick Drake May. Is he ready to take over? I don't see the. You're able to get rid of Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, all the stuff like that. So it's a big improvement with Drake May and Jacoby Brissett. But I still put him in number 30. Denver Bronco, number 31. So Broncos trading for JFM, John Frankenmeyer from the Jets. Of course, that's going to help the defensive line, but quarterback and head coach, they're both inept. I don't see them going anywhere with that. Carolina Panthers offensive line, and so you got Bryce Young, but it's gonna take a lot, man. It's gonna take a lot to do. So that's my when you look at when you look at the power ranking of all 32 teams, where I stand, I could have been biased to say the Jets are gonna be number 1, but I didn't do that. But I put the Jets at number 17 because of, again, it's all predicated on how well our team can the team stay healthy. How well can we play together. So if we're able to do that and no injuries, of course it's football. You're gonna get nicked up, but stay on the field and blocking properly for Aaron Rodgers, and we're gonna be all right. All right. Anyway, man, that's my 2024 power ranking. So we'll see what happens. Sports Talk. Like, subscribe, and share.